The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thanks for joining us today. We're in downtown Vergas. Beautiful, beautiful day, but it's also a beautiful Veterans Memorial Park. And this is such an asset to the city of Vergas, and it wouldn't be possible without these guys here. You want to introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about what your part of the committee is, and what you got going on. I don't want to hear. Lyle?
I'm Lyle Krieg.
Yep, I'm Doug Safar. I'm the only non-veteran on the committee. I actually was drafted during the Vietnam War, but when I went in to take my physical, they said, we got better men than you. And I'm standing with some of them today.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Henry Diederich, and I'm on the committee here.
Where did you serve?
I served in Vietnam in 68 and 69. So.
Okay, thank you.
I'm John Lotzer. Want to also mention that Henry here has a Purple Heart, so we're very proud that he's on our committee for that. And we have two other members that are on our committee, Denny Breetzman, and a new member that just joined is Tim Gagney. He's also just joined, and we're very fortunate to have this site here. We're very proud of what we have done, and looking forward to adding some more improvements here in the near future.
Sure, what improvements you got going on?
This fall we have one more pillar coming out here with the names on it, and if anybody wants to put some names on there, they can contact the city office. We have some brochures out there, so please step forward. We appreciate some more names being put on.
Well, and it's kind of like a time frame thing, because you got some names and you want to get it put out there, and so you would love to be able to get those names as soon as possible, right?
Yes, as soon as possible, so we have time to get them engraved and put them on the pillar, and then hopefully have them out here before snow hits this year.
Yeah, that works out great.
Yep.
I think the big buzz this year has been the gazebo going up and this big rock.
Yes.
That is just beautiful. Who wants to talk about that today?
I'll turn it over to Henry for a second.
Okay.
Yes, with Freedom Rock, we've gotten a lot of great comments on it, and thanks to Lyle and Pam, his wife, they got us started on it, and it's really a great addition to our memorial.
So Lyle, you got it started. How did the idea come about, and how did it all turn into this beautiful area?
Well, this goes way back to 2019 when we were on a motorcycle trip and we were going through Iowa, and we came across this big rock, and we got asked about it, and they said it's a Freedom Rock, and the artist wants to do one in every county in the state of Iowa. So we just that was in 2019, and 2020 is when this was all kind of put into our heads about doing something like this, and so Pam and I have had this in the back of our mind the whole time. And
where do you find a rock like that?
The rock came from Brian Solom's pit.
Okay.
So thank Brian for allowing us to get the rock.
So tell me, did it take, did you just say, okay, I'm going to take any rock, or did you kind of try to find the perfect one?
No, there was various rocks out there, so it was quite a decision. But we came up with this one, and the guys out there at the pit said, "You sure you only want one?" We got more, but and then how gravel. They were so awesome to deliver it for us here too. So
I think it's just awesome, and I'm just so anxious to take a look at it, and what you guys have created here for the community of Vergas and for just all the veterans, just to honor them, is just pretty spectacular. So I personally thank you. If you have not been to Vergas yet, you're going to want to come and see this, and then now we're going to go on and we're going to take a look at that rock. Wow, beautiful rock. Tell me a little bit about it, Doug.
We're inside the gazebo now where the Freedom Rock is stored, and we're going to take a little circular tour of the Freedom Rock here. In the beginning is the bald eagle, of course, which is a symbol for freedom in our country, and then we have the state of Minnesota, and you can see out or in red is Otter Tail County with our famous Vergas loon pointing at the city of Vergas in Otter Tail County. And then we'll move around to the side of the rock here, and we have Walter Fick, who is a World War II veteran, was killed in battle. He's a local Vergas resident. Many of the Fick family have served in our military. And Walter was killed and earned the Silver Star in battle. We had a local newspaper article which indicated that he had won that Silver Star in April of 1945, but actually information we received from Gary Fick, Walter's nephew, said that the Silver Star actually was won in January of that year when Walter and a Private Smith, just the two of them, had taken out a German bunker and actually captured 37 German soldiers. And that's when he won the Silver Star. And then in April, in another battle, he was injured and passed away on the helicopter back for medical attention. And we can move around then to the side of the rock over here. And the ship on this rock is the USS Minnesota. It's a World War II destroyer, served during World War II. I'm not sure exactly where it was stationed out of with the Navy, but it's again relates back to Vergas, our county, and our state.
Lyle, tell me a little bit about more where you've got we've got this helicopter there, and how this kind of came about that you put the Minnesota ship and that helicopter on there.
Yes, we really wanted to honor the. This is a Black Hawk, and as you can see on there, it's number 967. That was the Black Hawk that our veteran Charles Nord and two of his fellow guardsmen were killed here a couple of years ago, and we just wanted to honor that and put that on the rock and in honor of those guys. And as we can kind of move around, we got
I think what I'd like to point out is the fact that you do have it's so personalized, to our area. I mean, and that was a goal.
Yes, the artist who did this, he in order to do a rock, paint a rock and call it a Freedom Rock, it had to have a story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so obviously the story that we're talking about here with Mr. Fick and the Charles Nord helicopter and the USS Minnesota, it's a history. It all relates back to Vergas. So
that's awesome. Let's continue on.
And over here is just part of the Freedom Rock, the way he paints everything, the artist. It's just the flag. All of his rocks are different, but they all will have flag painted on them. And then on the bottom, as you can see, he puts his little signature on there, and it's pretty awesome how he incorporates that into it. It looks like a rope that's nailed right into the rock. And
awesome.
And we wanted to get some wording on there, and so this is the wording that we came up with. We gave him a couple different ideas, and this is what he came up with. Is all gave some, and some gave all. And
Tell me just a little bit too about the rocks around it. What's the story on those?
Well, that was just to clean it up, make it decorative, and that. And we at some point we're going to put a heavier chain around.
I mean the painted rocks.
Oh, the painted rock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's good.
That's a awesome story. That is from our 7th graders from Frazee Vergas School
Okay.
that did these rocks for us, and we've got them scattered throughout the memorial here, and they did them 2 years ago. They did such an awesome job. We had them do it again last spring, and I think this will be a ongoing yearly thing for the art
really
class
is.
to do. And
It's-
with all these sayings, excuse me, Sherry, with
No.
all these sayings, what we talked about with Mr. Fick and the battleship and the Charles Nord's helicopter, we at some point we're going to have plaques out here describing that.
Okay, sure.
So we can tell the story, but not
You're not
everybody's
always
going to
here.
hear it. So we'll have some plaques out here. We're undecided on how we're going to do that yet, but we
Yep.
will at some point, someday, have that out here.
That'll all come together, won't it? And so just tell me a little bit more about Bubba.
Bubba is an artist. He's out of Iowa, and he saw the show Saving Private Ryan, and that inspired him to start painting rocks. And he painted a couple. Then he had to come up with a name, and he come up with Freedom Rock. And so his goal was to have a Freedom Rock in every county in the state of Iowa. There's 99 counties, and at present there's actually 100 rocks in Iowa painted for Freedom Rocks. And now his goal is to do one in every state, and he's like 10 states. Minnesota, this is number 8.
Yeah, that's pretty cool how he
yeah.
puts that on there. And so you're, what you've done here with the Memorial Park and by putting up the gazebo and the rock and stuff, just elevated the whole Veterans Park. And so I commend you for having the foresight to do that, but also it takes a lot of work.
It is, but we've got a great bunch of guys here
Yeah.
that just they're committee members. We just stop by here and
Yeah.
check the area
Well, and
out,
it's a way to
police
get
it,
together
and keep it clean, and
yes.
and yeah, it's been a lot of work and a lot of thought has went into it, and we're very proud of it. And I think we did a lot of. The Freedom Rock is called a Freedom Rock, and it's on a tour, so it is listed on a website, so people travel. So this will bring people to the city of Vergas, and
Yes, it will. It's a nice
yeah.
addition to the city of Vergas. So thank you for showing us this rock, but you're going to definitely want to come yourself and just take some time. It's nice, and it's a quiet time to just stop and stop at the pillars, look at the names, stop at the rock, and just remember that, like you say, all gave some, but some gave all.
yes.
All right.
yes.
Thank
And this
you.
is just this. The Freedom Rock was just another addition to our
Addition to the
park,
park.
and I mean, obviously, there's a lot more to it than this, and so yeah, please visit it.
Yes. All right. You have a good day in Vergas.